Hello, welcome to Optelic Crypto and welcome to another video. In this video we will be talking about price predictions and entry points for Monero. So listening to this, it's going to be quite a good one. So first of all, before we start having a look at the price predictions and potential entry points of Monero, let's have a look at CoinMarketCap. Some of the statistics, current rank and all-time highs, etc. So currently, CoinMarketCap, we have Monero ranked at 15 out of all cryptocurrencies with a market cap of just over $1 billion. Circulating supply of Monero is 17,547,426 XMR. Moving down to the chart here on CoinMarketCap and the general statistics. So the all-time high we had was back in January 2018, right at the beginning. That's when the majority of all cryptocurrencies peaked. The likes of Bitcoin at 20k, XRP up to $3, and the other ones you know about. So yeah, all-time high of $495.84 back at the beginning of January, and then since there it's been on pretty much a constant decline. If we look at the chart there, I'm not sure if it says the exact amount, but yeah, market cap up towards $6 billion, and then it's declined ever since. It's been higher than that. I think it must have wicked a fair bit higher, but yeah, if you look at the chart there, it's just constantly coming down, and pretty much all cryptocurrency charts, the top 10 at least, all the charts look very similar to that. Moving on to trading view, so I want to have a look at some potential long-term predictions of Monero. So here we have the monthly chart, Monero versus the US dollar, and what I'd like to do is go back to the build-up of the pump, which started around, let's take November, a couple of months prior, leading up to the all-time highs that we had. So to get an idea of predictions, what I want to do is draw the candle which saw that pump. So if we take this top wick here, draw it down to that wick there, which is that lead up that we had prior to the pump, and then what I want to do is drag that, if I can get hold of it, drag it down to the end of the current time now. So we have it there, and just plop it right on top of there. And then if we move back to the weekly chart, it's going to be massive, so I'll just cut that down a bit. That looks better, yeah. So what this does, it gives you an idea of that lead up pump to the actual all-time highs, what could happen going forward. I mean, it's not going to happen in one candle like that, it didn't happen before, but this just gives you a bit of an incentive as to where it could go. And I've done this for Digibyte, and I got quite a good response on it. So what I think is going to happen over the next year to two, we're going to see multiple pumps, multiple growth spurts. And just to give you a quick idea where we potentially could go, let me just clone this. And then I want to add that onto the top of that candle. Like I said, don't take this for, this is not going to happen all in a one in the space of what we want weekly. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. I mean, I'm expecting the price to be over here at some point. Well, not 2024. So over the next 2 or 3 years, I'm expecting us to have a fairly good climb up the chart. So where's that leading us now? That's leaving us around $852. And just to get some levels in here, let's draw the Fibonacci on here. So we'll take the lowest point of this year, which was down there. Was it around March 2nd? Yes. So we'll draw the Fibonacci on, and I'm just going to use the top of that candle. It's not accurate, but I'm going to use that candle as my prediction point. So I'll place it on there, and these just show some potential levels that we could hit going from the bottom. And the Fibonacci is really good because it shows some key levels along the way. So potentially there you can have $1,000. It looks ridiculous, doesn't it, right now? Zooming out of that, anything, not a chance on earth. But remember, this is crypto. Anything can happen. $1,106. It looks ridiculous, but in my opinion, that is not out of the question over the next couple of years. In my opinion, all these all-time highs that we saw at the very beginning of 2018 will be broken again at some point going into the future, but this current downtrend is still ongoing, and it seems to be never ending, doesn't it? But we'll get there eventually. So let's have a look at entry prices. So we'll get rid of that. I want to move on to the daily. Just see, have a look where we are currently. Not there. So yeah, the daily is looks like we're on a bit of an uptrend at the minute, but I think that's just tied in with the fact that Bitcoin's been moving up and the rest of the market. But what I want to say is what I've said on my previous videos, is that we need to be very, very careful of what Bitcoin's going to do, because of the current financial times, with most economies being propped up, especially the US economy, that's been heavily injected with cash printed off for, I don't know if it's gone into trillions now, it must have done. It's ridiculous anyway what's been going on. So that tied in with COVID-19, the Dow Jones is pretty much at resistance now, so all that linked in, and with the stock markets in America, S&P 500, we're bound to see some negative retracement soon. So in my opinion, we're going to go lower. So what I need to do now is to just have a look at some potential entry points that we could get with Monero, and I'm going to use Fibonacci on that. So what I'd like to do is draw the top Fibonacci from the top wick, and I come down, hit that there. So these are some potential levels that we could get. This was it in March, right? Yeah, when Bitcoin crashed to about $3,600, and it could up again. I've seen a lot of crypto Twitter people talking about potentials of Bitcoin sub $1,000. I mean, that'll be a long stretch in my opinion as well. I think we could drop down to about 5k, and potentially there is a CME gap at $3,550, I believe, somewhere around that region. But let's have a look to target some great entry buys here actually. So we're here now. We're here now around $58, and to push down further, like I say, we're not going to, but I'm going to have some orders in around $44. I'm going to have, I don't know, I'm going to get a bit in there, but then I think I'm going to potentially put some low ball offers in between $30 and $40. I'm going to ladder them up, and that could be a great entry price. We may not get there. If we don't get there, then hopefully some of the higher orders will hit, but always have some down here just in case. You never know. Like I say, crypto can move down as fast as it moves up, and it could happen. So just make sure you don't want to lose anything by having orders down here. If they don't hit, then they don't hit, and your money's still your money, isn't it? And you can move them up if you see it coming down and it's not got the legs to come further down, then just place some orders a little bit higher up. But these are good areas here. Anywhere from, I mean, $50, that's a great entry price, knowing that the all-time high was for $450 at one point, and there's potential, like I've said previously, to go up to $1,000. But yeah, I'm going to put some in here and see how we get on. So that will wrap up today's video. I just wanted to give a quick insight to where we potentially could go in a price prediction, and then where we could potentially get some entry points in. Thanks for listening, and if you do like the video, make sure you give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. Thanks guys, I'll catch you later on.